ever had anybody in your life that you had a really, really hard time forgiving? That somebody did something to you that just was like really huge and really, really hard to get over? I did have an experience like that. It was quite a few years ago, but there's somebody in the family who we just kind of had I guess we didn't have a vibrational match. It was a major event, and I processed the whole relationship for probably 10 years and trying to win her over, and so that we can then be friends. And anyway, so I worked on that for a long time. So one of the things I did was I had a notebook that I had was all about my thoughts about it. So I would write down, okay, here's what's going on, here's what I wish would change, here's what I don't understand, here's what I do understand, here's what I want, how do I want it to look. And so I just wrote just pages and pages of this notebook. And after a while, like years, I finally decided maybe one of the ways I could help let go of it was to just tear that notebook up. So I went outside in the backyard, and it was a real stormy day, big lots of wind and dark skies and stuff. So I got a bucket, and so I went out there and I started tearing up the pages a few at a time, and I would just rip in half, and I would line them up, and I'd throw them into the bucket, and they would start, and then I just kept doing more. Well, it got to be a pretty big flame, and I was going through the experience of choosing to just let go of it, because I had been holding on to it for so long, and I just needed to get past that. So anyway, so I would tear these papers up and put it in. Pretty soon it's a big blaze, and the wind is blowing, and a lot of these, all of a sudden the papers are like going up, raising up into the sky. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to catch somebody's house on fire. I'm going to have to call the Red Cross. And I just thought, it's like getting out of control. And then, but anyway, I just kept doing it until I finally got the whole notebook. I got it all in there. It was just blazing like crazy. And then I'm sitting there looking at it, and all of a sudden, this bucket just melted away. And I realized it was a plastic bucket, and I'm burning this whole huge notebook in this bucket, and it just melted away. So that's another symbolic thing of having the unforgiveness or the resentment or the whatever it is, the feelings that you have against somebody can just melt away when you're willing to finally let go of it, and you just throw everything in this bucket and just let it go, and it just symbolically just melted away. And I just had to stand there and laugh. I thought it was funny that, but you just do what you have to do to get yourself through these things, not over it. You don't want to get over it, you want to get through it when you have a resentment to somebody, or you're holding a grudge or something. And so at that time I finally decided, it was time to me to do that. So that was a step I did. And whether, I don't think it even completely handled it at that time. I kept doing more things till finally we did end up getting to be friends later, which is really good, because I don't like to have any kind of conflict with people. So, but that was an interesting experience I had of almost burning down the house when I'm trying to release some resentment I had against somebody. But so I wonder if you've ever had any of that in your life, that you've got somebody that you could, if you're carrying it, just write it all down, and then go outside and tear it up and put in, I think a metal bucket would be better, but anyway, put it into a bucket and just let it all burn up and just release it. It's, just time to let go. It's okay. It's time to get through it. You don't need to keep on carrying on the judgment or, the resentment of anything that what this person did to you, and, what you should have said and what you didn't say. But anyway, the good thing is we did get past that, and it got to where we didn't even need to talk about it. When we finally healed, we didn't have to sit and say, oh, you remember when you did that and you said that and I meant this and you thought I said this. We didn't even have to talk about it. We just got over it and let go of it. And that's a really great feeling. It's like this dagger comes out of your heart, and then you can breathe again and just move on. You don't have to be carrying on that stuff. But it took me about 10 years, which is a long time. But anyway, we got through it.